What is happening, everybody? Big Jew here. This is a new series that I'm doing. Well, not really a new series I'm doing, but a series specific to this game. This is Dragon Quest 1 that you're watching right now, obviously. And the purpose of these videos is just to show the differences between the grinding sessions in the original NES Dragon Quest 1 and the Super Nintendo remake of Dragon Quest 1. This was inspired by a Happy Video Game Nerd video that I watched a few months ago. I didn't know they did a review of the GBC remakes of Dragon Quest 1 and 2, which I have my specific thoughts on it, and I guess I could review that while this is going on. But I thought they were very good remakes, and when I discovered that you get a lot more XP in the GBA remakes for Dragon Quest 1 in particular, I thought that was a good concept, and it definitely changed the pace a lot in that game. And I decided while I was watching this, I'm like, you know what? He made a comparison in his review, but I didn't really do it justice. So what I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna play Dragon Quest 1 for the NES, and I'm gonna play Dragon Quest 1 for the Super Famicom, the remake, because it's pretty much the same engine as the GBC remake. Enemies have more XP, they have less defense power, and the pace of the game is shortened significantly. And I want to show exactly how much shorter the pace is in the remakes in this series. So there we go. Yeah. I'm gonna do this for every level pretty much that you have to get to. This right now is me just grinding from levels 2 to 3, obviously. It includes all my healing processes that I have to go through, all of that stuff. It's completely raw footage. This is me just grinding. There's gonna be some instances where I have acquired a little bit of XP when starting a new level, but in my opinion, that little amount of XP is pretty much negligible, and in my opinion, it's irrelevant. It would shave off maybe like a minute or 30 seconds, which as you'll see as this leveling goes on, a minute or 30 seconds or even 2 minutes is really not. It's negligible, because it's gonna take a lot longer to grind, especially in the NES version of this game. For example, I'm not even close to level 20 or level 23 to level 3 yet, which requires 23 XP, and you've already been watching me grind for almost 4 minutes now. So yeah, is that a good thing? I don't really know. I mean, I loved doing it when I was a kid, because if I was bored, I would just grind, and I would just not stop at all. I really wouldn't. Did it really make JRPGs popular? No, absolutely not, because while you had other games like, let's see, what really came out in the 90s? Mario, Zelda, and other games, obviously. Fighters became really popular in the early 90s. It didn't have FPS shooters yet, no first-person shooters, but whatever, you still had adventure games. You still had stuff like Mario and Zelda that you could just pick up and start playing, you know what I mean? Even in Zelda, you don't really have to do too much farming for money, because you can just straight up find it, you know what I mean? Even Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, that had an experience system, but it paced itself very well if you played the game properly and you found all the items in order and stuff like that. But what really got me hooked on Dragon Quest 1 was the just the sheer work, just the a sense of accomplishment when you gain a level, or when you get a new, or when you upgrade your equipment. Cause you literally have to work for it. You just have to bust your ass, and you gotta do tedious, busy work and level grinding to buy, you know, one upgraded weapon or one upgraded piece of armor, or you know, gaining that level or learning that one spell. It makes it a very rewarding experience, and I think it's really been taken away from a lot of the newer JRPGs out there. Has it been brought back? In my opinion, it really has, with games like The Witcher and especially Dark Souls. Dragon Quest 1. Dark Souls reminded me of Dragon Quest 1 when I played it for a little bit on my PS3. So yeah, but not when I was playing it on my PS3. When I watched DSP Darkside Phil play it, I said to myself, "This is like Dragon Quest 1, because if you wander into an area that you're not familiar with, you'll get trampled by really strong enemies that will destroy you." So yeah. One thing I'm gonna do in this game, in this series, is I'm gonna show off every video with what items and stuff I have, what equipment I have, and whatever. I think it's important to do that, and where I'm gonna be grinding and whatever. I'm gonna point out those kind of locations too. So yeah. Alright, this is Dragon Quest 1 here. This is the not the GBC, the Super Famicom remake. There, yeah. As you're gonna tell, the enemies in this version have a lot less defense power. Their hit points are the same, I think. Maybe some enemies have more hit points, I'm really not sure. But a lot of them have less defense power. Some of them actually have more. Let's see. And they're just generally easier to beat. Your attacks are also a lot more powerful in this version too. And as you can tell, we're getting 2 XP for Red Slime instead of 1, which is going to successfully cut the grinding time pretty much in half between this and the NES version, at least for levels 2 to 3. So yeah. What else do I have to talk about? Let's see. Am I going to do this for other games? No. Just Dragon Quest 1. Just because it's the only JRPG that I've played where a remake has a quicker pace. But I don't know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, Final Fantasy 1, and you would actually be correct. But yeah, I mean, the difference between the Origins easy mode and the NES normal mode, those differences are very vast. They're very what do you call it? They're very apparent because you gain levels really a lot easier, a lot quicker, and so on and so forth. I would have to play through the entire game to really get in order to do something like this and give the viewers a real experience of pretty much 2 completely different games. I mean, you level up a lot more in Final Fantasy Origins, the easy type, and you do need to do that to beat some of the bigger bosses. So there we go. We're at level 3, and I'm gonna stop this right here. Hope you like this series. Yeah. So I'm out.